honestly, I pity Malami. I pity him so much because just the way Abakari was the all and all, was the lord of everything. He was always going to the southeast. Every now and then you begin to see them doing media trial. They will go and arrest innocent people, doing all manner of things, not knowing that he was even doing bad things. And most of the time that they will tell you, oh, there was a time they killed this man, a Kugwe, one of the ESN leaders. After that time, I've forgotten his name. They were just arresting innocent people. They would just kill them. They would say they are doing this, they are doing that, not knowing that he was just doing that just to curry favor. But by the time God exposed him, you see where he is now? Who would have thought, you yourself, who would have thought that that was how God was going to, pin him down and see all the dirty things he has been doing? And the same thing, the same fate awaits Malami. Believe it or not, go and write it down. The same fate, we come upon Malami, because he feels is all and all. Is the one that can say whatever and it comes to pass, and he can change and he can remove, he can include. What is awaiting Malami now at the UNICC is going to be charged for kidnapping, because it be like saying a play that they play now. At international level, Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated. The UN that came and said they should release this man, they have checked everything. And that was the reason why they could not, the whole country, the whole world could not label Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist. It could not label, because even as at that time, when I was even going through the whole process, I was like, everywhere in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, he's a terrorist. But how come this man was able to beat all the security checks? Because he was always going from UK to Canada to US to all these European countries. You want to tell me that they were not aware, or they don't know what is happening? Just look at what happened to this Gumi's aide, the one they cut out, Tuko, who is the negotiator of bandits. You see the way he has been moving. The same DSS could not even arrest him. Everybody was saying, how can this man be negotiating for terrorists? People were like, But everybody was focusing on Gumi. But he was the spokesperson. But it was later we discovered that he was a spokesperson for Gumi. Because at some point, when bandits were declared terrorists, according to the judge or the court, that was when this man answered. Gumi answered. So he was not coming, he was not talking the way he used to talk. And this man was the one who were saying negotiator. People were not even saying it, because he was not even releasing any statement. Unlike a Gumi that was releasing statements, people were like, Gumi, what is your own? But after they have been declared terrorist organization, the bandits, that was when he kept quiet. And this man was just the one doing the negotiation between the bandits and the victims. It was not quite long that Gumi started talking again when they now arrested the man. Do you know that all this while the DSS never said anything? But if it were to be other people, they will begin to tell you they got information about this and this and that. The guy was negotiating with government and the bandits. It took the intervention of the Egyptian government to reverse this man back. They arrested him, the Interpol arrested him. They didn't allow him to go. So if you are telling me that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, and I've been asking that question, why is it that the so-called developed countries, and he was not even going to all these African countries? I think the first time, from my own point of view, the first time he came to Africa was when he went to Kenya. Only God knows what happened, in that area. But let's leave that. But he has been going from one country to another, all those developed countries. Nobody ever challenged him. I say if this man was a terrorist, he should have been, the Interpol should have arrested him, but nothing. But it's only in Nigeria. That's when I know that something is fishy. These people are not truthful with what they are saying. They are not truthful. It is just propaganda here and there. The same way this APC, they use propaganda to come on board. See what they are saying and see what they are doing. Tinubu is now begging that they should forgive them. They are not incompetent, that they should give them another chance. Give you another chance. And you use propaganda to come in, and that is the same propaganda they have been using on Nnamdi Kanu and IPOP. Now they are shifting it to the Yoruba agitators now. And we are going to hear pansa in regards to that. But the bone of contention now is that this man is not going to escape it. You know that now the judge who is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu's case, I don't know, because I'm not even familiar with all those there who is in charge of this. But with the one I know now is Binta Yanko. She said she cannot entertain any allegations from anybody against Nnamdi Kanu because they don't have the right to do that. You don't want to obey the court order before, but you want to go to another one. You want to start bringing another charges against him. And the one on ground before they've already discharged and acquitted him. You say you are not going to discharge him. And meanwhile, what did you go and do in Kenya? You went to go and kidnap him. So that is the offense that he thinks that, unless maybe he's not going to leave Nigeria, that he thinks that nothing will happen. Like I said from the beginning, the same way Abba Kyari never thought he could be incarcerated, the same way it will affect this man. You see the other one they call a Buratai, all of those ones, they are moving here and there. Or that one we just say, oh, he was hiding under the canopy of the presidency. But Malami, the Attorney General, is the one who is interpreting law the way he likes. He's interpreting the law the way he likes. The same way they don't want to talk anything about who were the people that went to his house to invade his house in 2017. They say, no, don't say anything about it. But the court, the federal court in Abia State, has already discharged and acquitted him. And they were told to pay him money, but they said they are not going to do that. All they are telling Nigerians is that Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. You can't tell us he jumped because people came to his house and there were records of the incident that happened. You don't want to talk about it, but thank God that it has been taken to court and court has already sat on it. And the man warned them. Even in Nigeria, who would have thought that Nnamdi Kanu will still win? They still went again to Abuja to see what happened. They still discharged him and acquitted. Malami said no. Because he's the one who is pushing Buhari. I don't know who is pushing each other. I don't know who is even more wicked among the two of them. I don't know. I don't know who is more wicked. Yes, the court has declined that he's not going to entertain any case against Nnamdi Kanu. So, what are they going to do? So, he will not escape that judgment. Lie. He won't escape that judgment. That you went to go and kidnap somebody because that area is not clear. So he believes that yes, okay, they've discharged Nnamdi Kanu, they've acquitted him, but there are other things. You see the way they are bringing this issue of he said this, he incited this, he incited this, he incited that. And somebody has been asking the question, why is it that they didn't charge Nnamdi Kanu for saying it is not Buhari? Because from the look of things, you can see, oh, it's defamation of a character and what have you. But they are not even including that in their own in those charges against him. So he's going to answer. You are going to answer. Malami will answer the case. You are going to answer that case of how it was brought. Because it's not clear, but he just want to do mago so that they will jail the man. You think this, even the lawyers, they are not even, they are afraid of themselves. They don't want to go and say or do things that will jeopardize them. Because if Kasala boss, all of those judges they go enter while nobody will come. Nobody is going to defend them. So they just have to be extremely careful. I remember the former CGN, Tanko, when Malami was trying to put the blame on them that the reason why most of the cases are delayed in court is because of the judiciary. And the man came out and said, no, that the federal government, that most of the cases they always bring to court, that they don't have evidence. There are no people to testify against that. And those things will be there. They will continue adjourning. Anytime there's a case cause, the people from the witness from the federal government, they don't usually see them. And what do you expect them to do? They will have to adjourn the case. But Malami, in his usual way, want to dabaru it. But the case is need to answer how Nnamdi Kanu was brought, and that is what he's going to face, no matter what. So, guys, let us hear your opinion and have your take on this.